Good afternoon, Cancer, and welcome to your reading for March 2024. I've already shuffled your cards and I'm ready to start getting into your reading. Now, just before we get into your reading, March is supposed to be quite intense of a month. We do start eclipse season around March 25th with our lunar eclipse in Libra. And so I believe this is supposed to be quite an intense period of time up until we do have our solar eclipse in April, I believe on the 8th, okay, or the 9th or something like that. Okay, so let's see what we have in store for you, my dear Cancer. All right. So I've already shuffled your cards. On the bottom of this deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, she is very in tune with her heart and she leads with her heart. And she has this large cup here, as you see, and it kind of doesn't look like a cup. It looks like a trophy. So this signifies that she holds dear to her heart everything that she cares for, and she protects it with her whole entire being. This queen can also signify someone that has strong psychic abilities, is very intuitive and in touch with their emotions. So perhaps you are feeling some sort of heightened aspect of this at this time. Okay, we are in Pisces season, so a lot of the water signs might be feeling this heightened intuition, okay, at this moment. She's also very loving, very caring. So perhaps this is an embodiment of an archetype that you are experiencing right now as well. Now, on the bottom of this deck, we have the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands signifies victory after victory after a battle that you have gone through. Okay, he has gone to war. If you know the Five of Wands, it is war games. It is a bunch of guys fighting with sticks. And now he has come from war and he has been victorious and he's being celebrated. Okay, he is on his high horse and he deserves it. And so you shouldn't be, if you are feeling victorious or you're coming through a hard time and you're feeling like you have overcome something that has been quite hard on you, and you're feeling proud of yourself, don't feel bad for that. If people are hating on you or giving you bad vibes for feeling proud of yourself or walking with your head held up high because you have overcome something, or you've noticed how much you have grown over the past year or years or months, and even don't listen to them. Sorry, my sage is kind of going overboard here. Okay, so because you see here, there is this guy that is in the background and he's jealous of this guy because he's got this lady now. He's getting all this attention. This like parade is for him. This welcome home parade is for him. And he's like, well, why haven't I gotten any of this stuff? So be mindful and wary of people that do not celebrate in your triumphs. Okay. So that is the foundation of the reading. The sage just got out of control. Okay. Now, let's get on to the reading. First card for you, Cancer. Oh my gosh, this card has come up for everybody in today's reading. At least I don't remember the other ones, but there are a lot of things coming up right now with distractions. So perhaps this maybe March is going to be a month globally of distractions. So we should be focusing on our immediate environment, developing ourselves, becoming self-reliant, self-fulfilling. Okay, we should be self-responsible, responsible for ourselves, not having to rely on other people, developing ourselves to be the very best that we can be. Okay, there might be a lot of things in the world that are leading us to be distracted from what we should be putting our focus on, which is developing ourselves to be the best people we can be. Okay, Pluto has been oscillating between Capricorn and Aquarius, and so this can be a lot of headbutting between top-down authority. Okay, Pluto is currently in Aquarius. It's going to go back into Capricorn before it finally goes permanently-ish, not permanently, but it's going to be in Aquarius for another 250 years or so. or no, it's going to be like for 25 years or something, and then it doesn't come back for another 250 years, I believe, right? So this card is telling us to be mindful of distractions. Distractions that can be on a global level, okay, and focusing on developing yourself to become the best person you can be, but also on a personal level. So mindful, like mindless scrolling on social media, um, pornography, like I'm not judging or anything, but if like it's impeding on your ability to focus and get things done in the day, and if your life has lost meaning because you're just working, like work can even be a distraction from becoming who you're supposed to be, right? Because if it's taking up all your energy and you don't have the time and energy to develop yourself to become who you're supposed to be, it's not life, and it's distracting, right? Is it distracting you from becoming for who you are? It's like a slavery matrix, right? So we want to break free from that slavery matrix, okay? And so you want to make sure that you are cutting out things that are toxic to you, like people and things, certain types of food, um, anything that is inhibiting you from being your very best self. You want to make sure that you are tackling that, and breaking it down into smaller bits and pieces, because you can't become the best version of yourself in one day. Break it down into smaller steps, into reasonable steps where it can be manageable for you, but be like, self-awareness is the first step into becoming better, right? And so you need to be mindful of where you're putting your energy, and if it is if it's leading you to become the best version of yourself, or if it's not. Okay. Okay, the next card we have, and like I had mentioned in the previous part, is the High Priestess. So definitely feeling heightened intuition and perhaps psychic abilities. Um, Perhaps there might even be, I know a lot of spiritual people are feeling like they're telepathic powers or abilities are increasing. Dreams might be more vivid and you might be remembering them more. I know this is happening for me right now too. And I have been working out more, and I'm not drinking at all right now, and or smoking weed or doing anything. And so my mind is really clear, and I'm getting really weird dreams, but really clear, and like I'm picking up on the symbology of them, and I'm picking up on what the meaning of them is. When I wake up, I'm like, oh, that meant that. Okay, so perhaps Cancer, you are developing at an exponential rate, but you want to make sure that this is not going to be able to develop if you're putting your focus on other things, or you have bad habits, like I had just mentioned, right? Because that can inhibit your ability to tap into those powers and to those gifts that you have. Okay, so be mindful of where you're putting your energy and what you're spending your energy on. Okay, this card is also a signification of um, unlimited potential. Okay, she's sitting in a chamber, she's sitting in Solomon's temple, and she heard this, there is no ceiling in the chamber that she is in. So this signifies unlimited potential. So if you're breaking free of things that chaining you down, and like if you're breaking free from the slavery of this matrix world, okay, and you're leveling up and you're raising your vibration and you are ascending into higher dimensional frequencies and consciousness, you're obviously going to be able to tap into this, and it's going to be flowing into you. There's going to be flooding of psychic messaging and images within your dreams and in your mind. Okay, then you're going to need to focus to tap into that. Okay, and this is also signifying, like, this is not a card, this is not a bad card, but the devil is a signification of dark in Christianity, right? If that's not it, like when we want to talk about symbolism, okay? But with regards to spirituality, we have our dark and our shadow self, and we have our light and self, okay? And one is not better than the other. One cannot exist without the other. And so we have to learn how to incorporate, we have to face our shadow, we have to love our shadow, and because it tells us something about ourselves, right? When something's bothering you and you're feeling negative emotion, there's no such thing as negative emotions. Emotions is trying to tell us something. And so that's why we shouldn't mask them with alcohol or something like that. We need to integrate them, and we need to transmute them into something creative or just something that is more productive. Oh, that the crow feels the same way. Apparently, he agrees. So we need to integrate our shadow in order for us to be whole, in order for us to ascend into higher consciousness. Okay, so face your demons, face your devil, face your shadow, in order to embrace the light. Okay. When things don't go your way, you don't want to run to the bottle, you don't want to run to sex, you don't want to superficially numb yourself, or utilize like a band-aid solution where the problem is just going to be there constantly. You're not fixing it. You want to, like, you have to learn how to sit with your emotion, sit with your grief, sit with your anger, sit with your sadness. What is it trying to tell you? And then it will move you will move past it quicker this way, and you will gain insight into yourself. And this is how you integrate your shadow. Okay. If and two, like, if you feel lust for someone or something like that, don't act on it right away either. Okay, things are never what they seem, and it can teach you a lot about yourself and what function you run at, and what, like, if attention, you really like attention, or you learn a lot about yourself when you sit with yourself and you analyze your feelings instead of acting on your impulses all the time. And that is definitely what the devil is, acting on your impulses. Okay. And our next card is the Three of Swords. This can be a card of heartbreak, and it can be a card of yeah, but like, from what I'm getting here, I think it's a card of that you're healing from disappointments, and you're healing from heartache, but but you need to sit with it. You need to sit with your emotions in order for, and in our trials and tribulations that we go through, this is when the magic and how this is how the magician is born, right? Through hardship. And like, how Gandalf goes into the depths of Mordor, or not Mordor, in Moria, when he fights the dragon. I'm sorry, I'm reading it right now. And so, and then Gandalf the Grey turns into Gandalf the White because he faces his demon, right? And so you need to, and then he becomes stronger and more powerful after that, because he gets to know himself, right? And he faced his fear and his shadow. Okay, so you need to do the same thing in order to heal. It's going to rain, but it doesn't rain forever. Okay. And so you need to be able to heal in order for your powers to grow. um, and make sure you're not trying to mask your feelings with superficial band-aids. Okay, you're healing, and you're going to come out on the other side more powerful because you've integrated it. Okay, integration. Sorry, I'm writing this down because I need to make a thumbnail, and I think that's a good one. Okay, so for the devil, we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Cups, the story here is that, excuse me, he has lost his taste for wine. Okay, so something that he has loved a lot, he doesn't enjoy anymore. Okay, and that can be the sense for here, right? I'll tell you right now, when I was younger, I used to drink a lot more, I used to party more, And when bad things would happen, I would mask my feelings with these things too, right? And but as I grew older and gained more introspection, okay, and analyzed myself and came up with better coping strategies and replacement behaviors for these things. I don't even enjoy them anymore. I can't even have more than 2 drinks now. Like, you know what I mean? So, but it took me a while because I grew into the habit. It became part of my persona for a while, right? This is what I did every weekend. And so I would be coming home from work and be like, well, I bought this, and like I would sit down and like pour myself a drink. I'm like, I don't even want it. But like it took me a long time to realize that I'm a new person now. Okay. And so you might be leaving some toxic habits, toxic lifestyle, um, toxic lifestyles, or you might be leaving old personas of who you are. But in order to break free of yourself, you're going to have to, these things are going to be left behind, but you don't need to cry over them, okay? Don't cry over these spilled glasses, okay? Because you know why? There are 2 more glasses here, okay? But he's lamenting over these. He's so sad. He really wanted them, but he doesn't even enjoy them anymore, okay? But there are 2 more here, okay? And if he turns around, he'll see them, and then he'll see that there is a path here that leads to this bridge and leads to this castle, and there are like a million cups in the castle. So there's nothing to lament over, okay? It's your matter of your perspective, okay? So yeah, let's keep moving. And there's a guy here in the water, and when you're trying to break yourself free from toxic behavior, like people and behaviors and habits and lifestyles and whatnot, people are gonna like be crying that you're leaving them, and like you're not the same person that you used to be. But if you go back and you're gonna help them, they might, a lot of times people might, they don't like seeing people succeed, so they might try to suck you back into that old lifestyle. And if you go help them or whatever, you're going to drown with them too, okay? So you need to just focus on yourself. Don't worry about this here, okay? This is your old life. You need to turn around, and you got a lot more going on for you. You got 2 cups here, and then you got a path, and then a bridge that goes over this water, and then you got this castle waiting for you that has a million cups in it too. But you got to break free of your old life and your old matrix slavery, okay? With the high priestess, yeah, because in the castle, we got the 9 of cups, okay? This is spiritual fulfillment, contentment, happiness. You're tapping into your intuition. You're becoming more powerful, okay? This is like a manifestation card, okay? He sits and basks in the energy of what he wants to be and who he wants to become, and then he becomes it, okay? So it's like not faking it until you make it, but you need to live life. You need to encapsulate the mentality of who you want to become, and then you will become it, okay? Embody the energy of who you want to be, and the potential is limitless. Your potential is limitless. You have no limit on who you can become, okay? And then with the 3 of Swords, we have the Fool. Trusting the universe, facing your shadows and healing and breaking free of those distractions and bad habits and bad lifestyle choices that we made, and bad people, toxic work environments, toxic situations. Getting rid of those things is going to free you up and start yourself off on a new journey, a brand new journey. We're at number 0 here, and we are co-creating with the universe. We are manifesting. We're basking in the energy of who we want to become. We are tapping into our intuition and manifesting the world that we want to see. you're limitless in the potential that you have. You're tapping into your intuition and your psychic abilities, and you're co-creating with the universe, and you're trusting the universe. He's just jumped off this cliff and smelling roses. Okay? He's on his new journey now. When you break free from the slavery matrix of being tied up to your vices and your addictions and things that are holding you back from becoming who you're truly supposed to be, you're going to start the journey from the beginning, and you're going to be reborn into the Fool again. Okay? You're starting your journey as a new person at zero. Very powerful reading. If you did like this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you want a more holistic look at your month of March, please check out not only your sun, but your moon, your rising, and your Venus as well. I will see you in April. Have a wonderful March and take care. Bye-bye.